fighters is gonna put a great fight. Yeah. We don't need to talk.
I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fight ever happened in boxing.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford nearly came to blows in a heated face-off that sent shockwaves through the boxing world.
Because we are two fighters.
Yeah, two fighters.
True fight.
True, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fight.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah.
The two stood chest to chest, neither willing to back down, when Crawford whispered something that instantly sparked an angry outburst from Canelo.
They need to talk and talk about the fight because they wanna say something. The people know we are great fighters. They wanna put a great fight. Yeah.
Canelo stepped forward aggressively, and for a moment, it looked like fists might fly. Security quickly intervened to separate them. The tension is undeniable. This fight is getting deeply personal.
And fists up, guard's good, excellent. Great.
While making it clear he's not chasing Canelo, Crawford emphasized that he simply wants the chance to face the most accomplished fighter of his generation besides himself. It's not about chasing, it's about legacy, he stated.
Me fighting Canelo, I don't supposed to be Canelo in a lot of people's eyes. So that's something that's a career-defining fight. That's a legacy fight.
When asked how the fight would play out, Crawford coolly replied, "Me leaving with my hand raised and everybody's mouth dropping. He's confident, focused, and locked in on greatness." Crawford also weighed in on his former opponent Amir, Khan potentially entering the influencer boxing scene against Jake Paul or KSI. With his smirk, he admitted Jake would be too big for Khan, but felt KSI might be a better matchup.
Well, listen, I've been doubted my whole career. If you ask anybody that's been following me, they'll all tell you, really, by the media and by all the negative things that people said about Terence Crawford along the way, they would have never thought I'd be in this place that I am now.
Shifting gears, Crawford took a moment to praise rising star Yaron Boots Ennis, predicting that he has the potential to dominate the 147-pound division and make serious noise when he eventually moves up in weight. From legacy-defining matchups to spotlighting future champions, Crawford's vision for the sport is clear, and it all begins with his highly anticipated showdown against Canelo.
When I look at Canelo, he's a smaller, bigger guy moving up in divisions. Being that these big guys are slower, so they might catch him with something, but he might see it at the last moment. They might catch him with a hard shot, but he's able to roll and turn with it. Because he's coming from a smaller weight class that was faster, that was sharper.
While critics claim he doesn't fight often enough, Terence Crawford shuts that talk down fast, saying, "They want me to fight more, but it's not their life." He points out that even those who criticize his style still tune in because, like it or not, everyone wants to see Terence Crawford. Reflecting on finally getting his due recognition after dismantling Errol Spence and spending years chasing the sport's biggest names, Crawford added, "We always want things when we want them, but when it's time, that's when God lets the light shine on you."
I've been able to spend more time with my family and get a lot done back at home. I'm just enjoying life right now. I'm excited for Canelo's upcoming fight.
As for those who continue to discredit his accomplishments, claiming Spence was past his prime or that Kell Brook was already damaged, Crawford brushed it off with a smile, saying, "Haters are undercover fans. They always find an excuse when I win. I've heard it all. He's too small. He doesn't have a chin. But look where I am now." Turning his focus to the looming clash with Canelo, Crawford remained cool and composed. "Me and Canelo is going to be a tough fight for both of us, but I'm excited to have the opportunity to be in the ring with another all-time great. I'm looking forward to winning. When asked how he sees the fight unfolding, he said, "I don't gotta stop him, I just gotta beat him. But if that knockout is there, of course I'm going to take it." He added confidently, "Canelo's human just like me. He bleeds just like me."
We as people, we always want things when we want it. But when it's time, that's when God will let the light shine on. So I just all my time and just stay, patient and stay active as possible.
Even with Canelo's proven chin and punching power, Terence Crawford is confident that his speed and ring IQ will be the deciding factors. "He hasn't fought anyone as fast and savvy as me," Crawford stated. "I've been sparring big guys my whole career, this isn't new to me." Analyzing Canelo's recent outings, Crawford believes the Mexican icon has been coasting. "I don't think he's been getting up for those fights, but with me, we'll see the best Canelo yet, with a potential crowd of 70,000 expected to pack the stadium this September. The stage is nearly set for what Crawford calls the biggest fight in boxing. But for him, it's not just about titles, it's about legacy.
He's definitely capable of getting hurt. He's not a machine. He's human just like me. He bleeds just like me. So I'm not going in there thinking, oh, I can't hurt this guy. But I'm not going in there at the same time. I'm trying to knock him out. I'm trying to, fight my fight. And if the knockout is there, then of course I'm going to take it.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas is fully invested in the upcoming mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, calling it more than just a clash of styles or weight classes. To him, it's the classic boxing question: can a great small man beat a great big man? While many question whether Crawford can withstand the size and power at 168 pounds, Atlas urges fans not to overlook the elements that can change everything: speed, ring IQ, and elite instincts.
I think Canelo's been, holding back a lot in his last couple of fights. I don't think that Canelo's really been as excited to get up for those fights that he's been getting up on. I think he held McGee up. I think he could have did more damage, but the respect that he had for McGee, he just, really too much didn't want to hurt the kid. I think with Belanga, it was what it was.
Teddy Atlas compares the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford showdown to the night Manny Pacquiao stunned Oscar de la Hoya, suggesting that Crawford's sharpness and intangible X factors could be the key to victory. "I want to see if the great little man can outthink and outfight the great big man," Atlas said. "I've always wanted to witness a real-life David versus Goliath, and now we get the chance."
Both sides. Well, Canelo's too big. He's too big, and Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up and matched him off, and he struggled a little bit,
De La Hoya also fired a warning shot at Dana White, urging him not to bring the UFC's controversial pay structure into boxing. "We ain't going anywhere," he declared, vowing to keep exposing what he sees as the truth behind the scenes. His message was clear: boxing must protect its fighters and traditions, not sell out to corporate interests.
Really do. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to see a smaller guy use those intangibles, use those X factors to beat a bigger guy. I always wanted to see David and Goliath live. Didn't you?
Of course, that's what I would as well.
Okay, we'll get ready to watch it.
Oscar de la Hoya didn't stop at calling out Dana White's inexperience. He also issued a stern warning, urging the UFC boss not to bring the organization's controversial pay model into the boxing world. "We ain't going anywhere," De La Hoya declared, promising to keep exposing what he sees as the harsh realities behind the scenes. His message was loud and clear: boxing must stand its ground, protect its fighters, and uphold its rich traditions instead of bowing to corporate agendas.